Hello, my friends, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rosangel, and I love all things cooking, entertaining, building memories with my family, and good vibes. So if this is your type of content, you are so very welcome. Today, I am in the kitchen. Today, I am going to be showing you how to prepare some delicious beef short ribs. And I'm going to be using my little Dutch oven right here, which is going to simplify my dinner. It's been a beautiful weekend. We have stayed home this weekend. And let me tell you, you do save a lot of money in dinners when you stay home. And we have a beautiful home. I love staying here with the family. In fact, I can stay here all weekend if you leave me. This is a very easy recipe, my friends. And not only that, besides staying home and cooking, you do save a lot of money. We are a party of 4, and lately for dinners, outside dinners, we have been spending about $200 with tip. Now that's expensive. My dinner today probably cost me about, I want to say $60, and that is a lot. So you do save a lot of money by staying home and preparing your food. Now, I know cooking is not for everybody, and that is okay, but that is something I truly enjoy, especially to share with my family and friends. So my friends, without further ado, let's start cooking. I am gonna be preparing my short ribs with some, jasmine rice, and I'm gonna also be doing some fried plantains, and those I'm gonna fry outside. And I'm gonna bring you guys along so you see how pretty the backyard is also looking. So my friend, if you're new here, you are so very welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you guys don't miss out on videos. Let's go. Look how beautiful this is looking out here, my friends. You know, I want to show you guys, this is raw. I haven't done anything. I haven't wiped down anything. This is what my backyard is looking like. Now look at my beautiful dining table, guys. You know, this is my pride and joy. As you know, we can sit 14 here. And then we got an additional 4 right here. We got this bistro set here, which I love. And you know what? 2 people can actually dine here. We have the lounging chairs. Of course, you can dine while lounging. Why not? Why not, my friends? Why not? And look how beautiful. The pool looks so good. We do have a waterfall here. It's not on. I usually turn it on when we have guests. And it actually runs from the same pool water, and it looks so pretty. Look how beautiful, my friends, this looks. Now look at my beautiful little plants. They're growing beautifully. I cannot wait to see those all the way up. These, if I recall, they grow up to 10 to 20 feet. So we'll see. Now I am going to be doing my tostones, my fried plantains out here today. This, I still have to put some lights. We haven't done that yet, but Hector has to put those hanging lights. Hopefully he'll get that done this year. That is the joke with Hector. He is really very busy. So, you know, I have to do, what you call it, one of those honey-do lists. Yes, honey-do lists, my friends. So he can put me on his schedule. Sometimes I wish I can be handy and do a lot of these things, but you know, there's certain things I don't mess with. Now let me show you. My goodness, I got to put a little water here. I mean, we're okay. I think we're doing pretty good. Got our bell peppers here. Got my beautiful, ooh, look at that bee. So that beauty, guys. Oh, look how pretty. Look at that beauty. Isn't that pretty, my friends? Oh my, I love this. Just love nature. Got my rosemary. Got my green onions here. And my friends, look at my lettuce. Look at the lettuce. Oh my God, I need to put some water in here. Yes, like pronto. got here my parsley, and I have my cilantro and my little family of the cilantro, which is the culantro. And got my flowers here. They need a little water, as you can see. Just gonna go ahead and add some water now that I'm here. But look how pretty. I think it's coming along. Now, this is where I am going to actually fry my plantains, my friends. So I'm going to come out here to do this once I am ready to fry my plantains. Now, look how pretty the day out here. Got the canal in the back. It's just such a beautiful day, my friends. I'm going to go ahead and now that I'm out here, my friends, water my plants. I have to. And we are going in the kitchen to cook. Now, I know it looks like a lot of ingredients, but they are a must. Of course, I have to have my wine. It is Sunday actually when I recorded this video and I prepared this delicious meal. I'm going to be using this Ranchero Steak not sauce, seasoning. Now, it is optional, my friends. You don't have to, okay? Of course, I'm going to be doing some wine, and I also have some, don't judge my friends, I did some bacon for breakfast and I saved some of that grease. That is optional as well. Okay, but don't panic. I am going to link all these ingredients when I upload the video, and just follow along, my friends. This is a very easy recipe, and I know I say that all the time. My recipes are easy. I will be using some sofrito, so if you don't have sofrito, go to the store and get your sofrito. I'm using cilantro, which I'm going to be using culantro. So if you don't find culantro, use your regular cilantro. It's going to do the job. Now, I went ahead and I seasoned my short ribs. And I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil, so all those delicious ingredients stick nicely to the short ribs. And when I tell you, my friends, this is so easy to do. It is very easy. And I actually like this cut because what I'm about to do is I'm going to cook them. And I'm not really cook them, my friends. I am going to sear these ribs. Again, I'm using some of my bacon grease. This is optional, so if you don't have bacon grease, that's okay. It's gonna really give it a nice flavor. Just go ahead and use a little bit of olive oil or whatever oil you fancy. I'm gonna give this about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and that's it. I think this is the longest part of this recipe. But just be patient, pour yourself, I don't know, whatever you fancy, my friends. You want to drink a Coke, have a Coke. Want to have a glass of wine, have a glass of wine. Whatever your heart desire. And this smells so good because the bacon is going to give these short ribs such a delicious flavor. Now, if you are on a diet, my friends, skip this one. You know what? And while my pork ribs are cooking, you know what? I have El Gran Combo de Puerto Rico playing in the background, and I'm gonna enjoy me this glass of wine and do a little dancing, my friends, while I cook this delicious Sunday meal for my family. Now, my friend, here's key with these ribs. You gotta make sure you brown your ribs, okay? We're gonna use the same oil. My goodness, yes, remember I used that bacon grease. And I'm using a Dutch oven. So I'm gonna cook this in my Dutch oven for about an hour and 20 minutes, okay? So depending in what you're using, I really think that is a big deal. This Dutch oven, it's incredible how quick it actually cooked these meats. So I pretty much added everything, my bell peppers, onion, garlic, some of the culantro. I'm doing the tomato, and I'm gonna also just do half of my tomato sauce. I had a full can, but I only did half, okay? So we're gonna let this cook for a few minutes. Of course, yes, I'm gonna be adding the wine. If you don't want to add wine, you know what? Just go ahead and use some beef stock. That's fine. No big deal. But you know, I always have that extra wine. I'm going to be adding a little bit of water as well. And these babies are going to cook. And I'm going to cook them for half an hour first, because I'm going to be adding some potatoes as well. And you can also add carrots if you like. I'm not adding carrots this time around, so I'm only doing potatoes. So it's good at this point to season the sauce. I'm using this ranchero sauce. Again, this is optional, but I do like it. It gives it such a nice flavor. Of course, I'm using some of my completo, and I'm also adding some garlic and onion powder. And yes, I'm also adding a little bit of apple cider vinegar. This is gonna cook for about half an hour, 35 minutes, and then I'm going to be adding the potatoes, and then it's just gonna cook for the rest of the time. So I did about, I believe it was about an hour and 20 minutes on my Dutch pot that I have here. Now, another thing with this is once you cook them for the first 35 minutes on a high temperature, you want to lower your temperature for the next remaining 50 minutes. And as always, I say this, my friends, make sure you let your food simmer for a bit before serving. This makes a big difference. Now, my friends, it's such a beautiful day. I'm gonna go ahead and fry my plátanos out here, and I am using my 3-burner. And I actually picked this up, my friends. Of course, this is propane. I picked this up on TikTok, okay? And I love it, especially when I don't want to fry anything inside the house. So, my friends, I am gonna go ahead and fry my plantains, and we're gonna be eating our Sunday supper pretty soon. Now, my friends, our short ribs are ready. Look how beautiful they actually look. I'm gonna go ahead and let this simmer for a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and work on my fried plantains out here. Now, my friends, this is a recipe that you, of course, want to cook on a weekend. This is not something, if you work like me, you can actually do on a weekday, okay? I sure hope, my friends, you have enjoyed this recipe. As always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you guys don't miss out on videos. And I will see you guys on the next one. Cheers, my friends. Bye-bye.